All right, what is up? What is up, everybody? We just make sure that we are good on Twitch and on YouTube. Let me go to dashboard really quick. Whew. Sort of tired. We're really early today. So I think I need to test something. I think I need to start going a little bit earlier. And the reason why I think I need to go a little bit earlier is because now I have to put Harper on the bus. So in between that time period where um, Harper needs to go on the bus and all that. We have 61 people here already. Jesus. Um, yeah, I'm gonna have to. It's probably gonna be an hour in between, so I'm gonna have to stop at like 7:25, get her ready, and then we need to leave and get her on the bus somewhere in between 7:40 and 8:20. We don't know when the bus actually comes because it's scheduled to come at like 8:28, but for the past 2 days it's been coming early, which sounds weird, but yeah, it's been getting here early, and it's a problem, you know. Uh, so we have to find a way to get her on the bus. But we have 155 people here already. That's insane, guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Good morning. Way early. How's it going? It's going pretty good. I can't complain. Um, Good morning from California. 3 a.m. here. I am sorry about this that it's 3 a.m. But um, obviously you're awake, so maybe you're getting ready for work or something. I'm not sure. But good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Third like today. Morning, my dude. Good morning, Yard Pimps. There's a lot of members here, and I appreciate all the members here today. Right now, I maxed out for the month, so couldn't buy any more Lunic. I hear you. I hear you. I'm actually bringing in about $2,000 for some reason. Um, I don't know why, but I had a dream last night that everything was completely on sale. And when I say on sale, I mean on sale. Like Bitcoin was down to $100, Ethereum was down to tens of dollars in single digits, and I was just like I remember the dream, very detailed, right? And I just started buying everything. And it's crazy because most people, if everything dropped down and you basically lost all value in your portfolio, to where I was holding about 40,000 plus dollars in cryptocurrency, um, and it all went down to less than $1,000, and you're buying more, that shows where your mindset is. It's about the long game. It's not about the short game, right? So I was just thinking about it. And I was like, I didn't stress at all through. Like I wasn't sweating during the dream. Like I wasn't worried about my position. I was more excited about the buying opportunities, which is crazy because if something drops that low, it's very tough to not see that you just lost $40,000 in total value. But when you look at it as something like, hey, this is when millionaires are made, you know, that's what's crazy. So you're saying, well, we will be millionaires? I believe that we will. I believe that we will, as long as people do, or it plays out the right way and the way that everything is working out right now. I think we will be millionaires. Sorry that I'm playing another ad, but 250 people are in here, guys. If you haven't had a chance to hit the like button, please do so. I'm gonna put out a poll really quick, just to make sure you button yet. So there we go. What's good, Matt? If this goes to $1, I honestly owe you. I mean, nobody owes me. It's great that you guys are here, supporting me every morning. I really hope that everybody becomes insanely wealthy from a position like this or positions in general. I hope you see other opportunities that are out there and not just Lunic, and you jump on those opportunities, right? Um, so I don't expect anybody to owe me anything. Um, I love all of the support, all of the appreciation, and that's why I continue to get up early and continue to do this, is because I get the appreciate from you guys. It um, makes me feel great about what I'm doing. Well, I had the same dream as well, that everything was down. Yeah, it's insane to think that way, and I was just like, everything's on a discount. $100 Bitcoin. Yeah, when I saw that, I was just like, I saw the markets were down. I now I'm starting to it's starting to get fuzzy, but I believe it was like 92%. Um, and yeah, 92, 93%. But you saw some other positions that weren't really moving, that weren't really falling down, and it showed how strong they actually were. I remember seeing LUNC that didn't fall down as far. Um, and that was all I got to. But yeah, I was excited when I was through that dream. Very excited. Millionaire mentality. Basically, I genuinely feel bad for anyone that isn't invested into LUNC. I hear you. I hear you. There's so much opportunity, and it's like it's kind of a one, a life changing situation, but also once in a lifetime opportunity. I'll tell you that, because LUNC is providing all the information to say, hey, we're going to burn off this supply. It just depends how long it's going to happen or how long it's going to take, because we already have the 1.2% burn tax that's going to be implemented. No matter if it takes 6 months or it takes 4 years, you're still going to have this play out the right way, get it back to where it's supposed to be, and reestablish everything you need to establish, which means in 5 years, if you can gain $250 million, or in my opinion, I think this will all happen within 2 years. It'll be 1 to 2 years, and we'll see some of these higher levels as long as we do stay consistent in the support and the information, and make sure that where our minds are when it comes to validators don't change. So it's a big mistake, but economy trash now, and I don't see it going extremely painful. Just a little bit more push, but has to start reverse soon. I'm filling up ASAP as much as I can. Yeah, I'm right there with you. If assets is going back up, it's a discount. If it's just a dump that will never recover, then buying is dumb. But here we are, and up we go. Sorry, I'm losing where I'm at. Uh, Someone said I had a dream of something. LUNC will be top 10 soon. Top 10 coin. I hope you're right. I hope it will get back to where it was. Get back to a $40 billion market cap, maybe 50 or $60 billion market cap, depending how strong it is. When something falls so hard and then finds a way to recover, it ends up being stronger than ever, right? You notice that if you fail, you are better for it. If you fail in investing, you fail at playing basketball, you fail at, drawing, whatever it is, right? You fail, you learn what you did wrong, and you are better for it. So if we can see LUNC fully recover, repeg USTC, and then re-enable the algorithm, I think we will be better for it, because you learn from all of the mistakes in the past. You learn from all of other algorithmic stablecoins mistakes as well. So that's why LUNC was able to survive for so long, is because they most likely learned from other algorithmic stablecoins that were out there. So overall, I think it's going to be in a better situation in the end. While other people believe that, it's just going to collapse again, I think they'll have added security. I think we will brainstorm about how to completely protect both positions, not just USTC, but also protect Luna or Terra Luna Classic, which does, protect USTC as well. So soon we will be millionaires. We will have a competition with your Bugatti against mine live. Well, as if my Bugatti is a toy car Bugatti, then yes, you can go ahead and get one of those. But I am not buying a Bugatti. If I make $250 million, I still wouldn't buy a Bugatti. And that's literally my max. Let me go ahead and show you my screen. I'm looking at Lunatic's token, but let me show you my screen here. That's literally my max profit is like $240 million. Technically, I can get more than that because I'll have 3 million or 2 million left over after $100. But that's if it gets to some of these levels. Now, there may be points to where I see it only hovering at certain levels because that's where the peak point is. That's where the market cap is. And then I'll make my move. So say if it's only $50, yeah, I'll make my move multiple times at $50 and just sell 2 million, sell another 2 million, and go on from there. If it can get to $100, then that's great. I will always have some left over, whether it's 100 or 200,000. I will always have something left over. And this plan can change, and I think it will change. Maybe I'll sell another million somewhere else just so that I have a little bit more profit elsewhere, because I want to end with about less than 1 million above $100 or maybe $75. Let's probably go with that. So I'll figure out where I'm going to put it. But this is my plan so far. But $249 million is my max profit, which includes the gray area. Expected is around this 14 million. Reality is probably going to be somewhere around this, where you see 2.4 million, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. I'm sure everybody else will be fine with it as well. Why don't we create a token like Lunatics to burn SHIB? So there is a couple, and there have been a few that have been created. It's just they're not supported by the people that lead, right? Shiba Inu has leaders. They have kind of someone said it was a dictatorship. They have a group of people that lead it in a certain way. And when they lead it in a certain way, they only support the projects that they create. And that's exactly what happened. They create projects, they have an agenda. They don't vote on that agenda, even though they have governance. They don't vote on that agenda. They don't vote on whether they should release Treat or should release She, but they automatically say, you know what, we're doing this no matter what the community wants. And most of the community don't want Treat and She, but then there's a lot of people that will say, you know what, the more the merrier, the better for the ecosystem. Not entirely. So far, I'm invested in Lunati and Luna Classic. That's good to hear. That's great to hear, actually. Terra is an awesome ecosystem at a ridiculously low price. You're living the dream right now. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm living the dream by, doing what I love to do, but then also being invested into Terra Luna Classic, and at such a low price. Someone commented yesterday, and I responded to this comment, but they commented yesterday and said, you're just losing a bunch of money in Terra Luna Classic. How much have you lost so far? You're just throwing your money away, right? Because I went all in on Terra Luna Classic with $1,000 or so. They were like, how much have you lost on it? And I was like, I didn't lose anything. I invested $40 and turned it into $6,000 of realized gain. Then I invested $1,000 of that $6,000. So right now, $5,000 of a realized gain because I put another $1,000 back into it. So am I upset that, I'm invested in Terra Luna Classic? No, not at all. Am I losing anything? No, not at all. So it's just funny to me. You won't lose your 40,000 as long as you don't sell. You're still in the position of market cap. Yeah, I didn't say that I was actually down 40,000. I'm not down 40,000 at all. I expect to completely, if something happened like that where Bitcoin went down to $100, Ethereum went down to, tens of dollars or single digits, all of those different, areas that we saw cryptocurrency in the past, years ago, then yeah, I would be averaging down, buying into it. I feel like cryptocurrency is definitely the future. And if anybody saw it that low, they would do the same thing. So I don't expect it to go that low. What is it like when SHIB was down? What was it like when SHIB was down, down, down compared to the super pump it had? What were people saying on YouTube? What was Twitter saying? What was the sentiment in the beginning? So in the beginning, it was always around this Dogecoin killer, which is why I'm kind of shocked when you go into I forget where it is. You go into like Twitter. Let's see. You go into Twitter. Let me bring this actually over here. Give me a second. For some reason I got a message. Got to go through that. Where's SHIB? I'm not gonna check the message. If you go through Twitter, you go through SHIB. I believe as you go down here, I'm trying to find where they have it, but they talk about the projects. I can't remember where it is, but basically they label Bone as the Doge killer and not SHIB as the Doge killer. So it seems like they're trying to take the place of SHIB, and it's very concerning. It's very, very concerning as we look into SHIB, because in the beginning it was labeled as the Dogecoin killer, and that's what we cared about was killing Doge, and not necessarily killing it, but getting to a higher market cap than where Doge was, showing that you can get to a higher value without getting to a penny. And that's true. People gain millions or billions of dollars at one point. But it was all about beating out Doge. And then now that's not even within the same mindset. It's just like, hey, it's not the Doge killer anymore. So it's funny to me. Now, Bone is the Doge killer. What? It's not the case. It's not even close, because you're looking at millions of dollars of market cap versus billions of dollars of market cap. My goal, other to buy a house. It's a great goal. I'm going to buy 1 million LUNC. Is that enough? 1 million is enough to do something, right? It depends what you do, right? If you have 1 million LUNC, it depends on when you make your moves and how frequently you make your moves. So if you're looking at maybe 10 cents or 25 cents and you end up selling 100,000 or 100,000 here, yeah, I mean, you won't make as much money as some of the other people that have tens of millions or hundreds of millions or even 1 billion. But the point is that you will be able to profit out of it, and a big profit at that. So would I expect millions of dollars out of it? I probably would expect, if my expectation would be hundreds of thousands, which could be life-changing either way. And then, the max profit probably could be somewhere around 3 to 5 million max profit, depending how you end up making these moves. 6 a.m. player. Good morning, Matt. Good morning. I don't know what you're saying here. Incredible dream. Yeah, it was an incredible dream. I'm trying to figure out funny thing is, I did wake up early. I woke up at like 5 o'clock, because typically I want to wake up at 5:30. But I woke up at 5 o'clock and instantly went on CoinMarketCap to check where things were, because I was like, if that's true, I'm buying things right now. But it wasn't true. So I actually saw, I think Bitcoin was up at that moment. So I was like, well, that sucks. I'm trying to figure out if we are really that early. Like, if this is true and we are going to $1, then why are more people not in on this? Surely we should be on every news front either way buying. So no, most news sources, when it does happen, when LUNC does pick up in crazy amounts of volume, when that does happen, you will see news sources pick it up, because they have to, right? If they're up 200%, 300%, 600%, 1,000% or whatever, people make so much money from it, then it gets back into the news, right? But right now, they're not talking about it, because we're making these moves to get to these levels, but it's not like a given to them, right? They're about traditional investing, the normal way to invest, and I don't think LUNC itself has that much like pull, or they're not doing as much marketing into a lot of these places like SHIB would do. So SHIB, the leaders within that community, would send something out via their 3.4 million followers, and they would put something on Medium, they would put something everywhere, and then you would see news sources pick it up, only because some of those news sources were paid to run an article on Shiba Inu, in some cases. and then you see others pick it up as well based on that article. So it's we are definitely early. If they're not talking about it right now, once they do talk about it, then you know that you're more in the later stages, because SHIB in the beginning, nobody was really talking about it when it comes to news sources. They weren't mentioning that, oh, SHIB, the Dogecoin killer, is doing this. It all of a sudden started to run, and then people started to pick it up. So, and then once it came back from some of those levels, people constantly talk about it. So not only did the SHIB community or the SHIB ecosystem pay to get some of those articles out, you also had the kind of died down hype, to where if they're talking about it, the hype has died down a little bit. And you know, look at this. Like, I think we are really early stages with LUNC, because if you look at SHIB, it's been what, 2 years or so that this whole thing has played out. When was it launched? In 2020, something like that. So 2 years or so that you've been going through this, and the peak hype was right after it increased to 0.00008 or almost 9. So we'll get there. We will get there. But right now, the volume and the hype isn't there, because it's not $5 billion market cap or $10 billion market cap. Once it gets into the conversation where it's at top 100, or sorry, not top 100, top 25, then people are like, all right, I could see what you're doing. Not just $1 billion market cap, but a $5 billion market cap, $10 billion market cap. That changes the game. If you're holding the 2025, 99% sure we are making it, or made a big sum, in my opinion. So I think what I think you're saying is that you're saying if you hold till 2025, 99% of people are going to make money from this, or make a big sum of money from it. And I would agree. I would agree. I do think that if you're holding for the long term, I think that people will make money from it. I am a huge proponent, is that the word I'm looking for advocate for taking profit, right? And I think you really should take profit every single step of the way. This is why I'm always talking about this profit or exit strategy spreadsheet. Because if you don't have an exit plan, it's not going to work out for you, right? You can find a way to where you are one of those people that held on from, let's say, Shiba Inu when it was at the really, really low point, and you invested $8,000 and turned it into $5.2 billion. You could potentially do that. It's sort of unrealistic for a lot of people at any day of the week to turn $40 into 2.4 million. I'll definitely take it. And then obviously the expectation as it gets to $1 is a little bit more than that. So always find a way to set up your profit. We have this spreadsheet over on Patreon if you guys want it, and you'll be able to break all of this stuff down, for yourself. And hopefully it just helps you out in the end, because that's what it's all about, is to help you out. Who did you end up staking with? I went with All Nodes and Orion Money. I ended up going with Smart Stake. Is that their name? Smart Stake. I ended up going with Smart Stake. And the reason being is I just didn't want to add to the voting power. And it's good to see that the voting power of All Nodes actually decreased. But it's great to see that All Nodes is going to be burning as well. Because if we go like this, we're going to see Orion Money is now at 16.27%. You can see LUNC DAO is at 13.86%. And I would imagine it's because people are staking with other places. So I staked with Smart Stake. It's at 2% voting power. It's not crazy. I understand how you want to have a lot of influence on where your vote goes. But either way, you're going to have a lot of influence there. Is it lagging? YouTube is lagging here. I don't see any lag. I hope it doesn't. It says it's lower than the recommended bit, but that doesn't make sense to me. It's 3 a.m. in Arizona. I'm sorry that it's 3 a.m. YouTube is lagging. Well, I hope it stays stays good. Whoa, Dan, thank you for that super chat. Roses are red. This super chat is almost blue. Shiba Inu is dead and Luna is true. So that's funny. I don't think Shiba Inu is dead, but I do think that the people that are leading it are sort of leading it into the ground. There's been a bunch of lies, and I posted on Twitter recently about a previous post. Right, you saw this post from Satoshi, which was multiple posts back on back in December of 2021. Maybe you missed it, but we mentioned a whopper last night. All new platforms will have SHIB burn. Shiba Swap version 2, which doesn't have a SHIB burn. It has a burn portal, but that's not a burn from your like developers, basically. If you have something that is a normal use case that we're burning from, it doesn't make sense. Shibarium, ShibNet, the only exception is the game, but there is a reason for that. Stop the FUD. This was way back when. Hope for consistent platforms and products that burn yearly. And this was January 2022. I hope so too, but we haven't seen anything. No, I haven't seen it. Heads down in meetings and here most days. I'm sure that Shiverse and all things associated with it will welcome all of the burning community. They've welcomed none of the burning community, like none. We've tried to put out different burns, and it just hasn't really worked. Different burn coins, different burn projects, and they've not supported a single one. I'm down to buy and burn a fuck ton. That just requires a different way to think. To migrate your FUD, we have the DAO and my complete intention to build things that further funds and burns for use in this regard. All of it is just lies, right? And I posted that, all lies. And I hate saying things like this, but I have a feeling, I don't know if they're watching, but I have a feeling that when you put pressure out there that, hey, I believe you're wrong, but if you tell me I'm wrong, I will apologize. I will admit it and apologize. You know how transparent I am. I will admit it and apologize. Morning, Matt. I heard another YouTuber say there's a large supply of LUNC that can never be burnt. So it would be impossible to get to 10 billion supply. Is there any truth to this? What large sum of LUNC that can never be burnt? If you're talking about lost LUNC, you're thinking too much like Bitcoin. Bitcoin, yes, you're going to have a lot of keys and wallets that you can't access. Right? But you will find a way to burn a lot of that supply, a lot of the supply. And the reason why it's not in the level of billions that you have lost coins is because it's only been, how many months? 3 months since they have minted all of these coins. So to say that all of these coins are lost or billions of coins are lost is ridiculous. Billions of coins are not lost. You're going to have millions of coins, maybe hundreds of millions that could be lost. The reason being is because you take into account people losing coins over a certain period of time. And if you only had 3 months of time that these coins have even been in existence, you're not going to have a ton of lost coins. But if you're something like Bitcoin that has had all of these coins that have been mined for years, then yes, you're going to have lost coins. But that's what a lot of people are saying is about these damn lost coins and locked wallets and all of these stuff. And they're not understanding that these coins have only been in existence for 3 months or however many months, 4 months, something like that. But again, if you're looking at different pieces over a year, then yes. So where the original value was or the original coins were, you're going to have maybe millions or tens of millions or hundreds of millions that could be lost. And that's okay. That means that we can firmly get down to $1 billion if we wanted to. So we'll see. We will see. I think we can definitely make those moves. And as people continue to sell, we will continue to see more and more that's being burned off. Why do you think we will be LUNC millionaires soon? I think LUNC has more of an ability to run than any other position that's out there. So when we look at LUNC as a whole, we understand that it's currently at a very low price. We're looking to burn down all of the supply. The market cap has an endless ability. And then we can also see the price jump back up to some of these higher levels to where the algorithm can be reestablished. Also, the repegging can be done. And it creates more value, which adds maybe $1 billion, $2 billion, $10 billion worth of a market cap. And if you're looking at that, from a $1 billion market cap to a $10 billion market cap, that's already a 10x. But if you decrease that supply to where now you're looking at that same $10 billion market cap, but at a way lower price, at a way lower supply, you're looking at a way higher price. So for you to become millionaires, it doesn't really take that much because most people have $1,000 worth. If you have $1,000 worth, it doesn't take that much to make you a millionaire from there. You only have to add 3 more zeros, right? So getting to 10 cents, getting to 25 cents or $1, it's not impossible. And if we take away these 3 zeros, technically, we're there. We're at $1 million. Ironically, I had $2 billion of Brise at the bottom. Bought and sold it for LUNC, and it ripped 100% the next day. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. I would take that any day. Any day. Let me go back to thinking of buying Krill coin today. Probably be tomorrow. 1.2% burn tax will not be implemented on centralized exchanges like Binance on September 12th. Does Binance plan to do this in the future? What? So they already upgraded. So when you have, I believe when you update everything there, it's there. It's just whether it will be turned on or not, from what I understand. Now I may be wrong with this, but I believe they're gonna jump on this opportunity to do that. So they should be doing it as soon as they can, because there are exchanges that are doing this now. Notably would be Coinin that's doing it right now, and other exchanges could implement it early if they wanted to, but most likely it's going to be something that goes live somewhere within September. Good luck, Matt. Right now I have 34 million LUNC on KuCoin. Where should I move them to? I'm afraid to do anything. So I don't know what I'm trying to think. What chain they're on. Is it something where it's a Binance? I haven't invested on KuCoin in a while, or at least swap on KuCoin in a while. Is it something that's through like Binance, Ethereum, or is it through the Terra network? Because I would say staking a portion of it is not a bad idea. But the problem with that is that Terra Station, it's difficult to sell your position. Right. So if you're looking to get out of the position, you have to transfer that somewhere else to sell it and then move that money out if you wanted to. That's why I have some in MetaMask, or most of it in MetaMask, and the rest that's in Terra Station. Hey, Matt, what's your price prediction for Richard's next super chat? I don't expect anything. So don't give me anything. I don't expect anything. But I couldn't chase. But now it keeps going up, so I'm looking for an entry again. What about the wrapped LUNC contract? I'm sure we'll see or get an update on exactly what's happening with wrapped LUNC. I know some people that can't get out of wrapped LUNC with or wrapped Luna, sorry, from Coinbase or anything like that. I'm sure we'll see updates on that, but I'm not heavily interested in that because I'm not involved in it really at all. Good evening from Australia. Thank you for watching. Why didn't you support Metagloria on Lunic chain by minting NFTs. So I never it's not that I didn't support it. I talked about it a couple of times, but I haven't ever made like a full video on it. Um, I don't know. It's not that I didn't support it. I just never talked about it. Do you think we will hit a dollar by the end of the year? If not, what are your predictions for the end of this year? My predictions is I want to see it at a level to where one, I want to understand how much we are burning per month, because right now we don't know, and we don't know what the volume will be. I do think the volume will pick up quite a bit, and we'll see this volume that you see on the screen at 308 million. We'll see this grow to a level, hopefully of 500 or a billion, maybe even get to the 2 or 5 billion mark in volume. Because if we see the path forward, people are going to continue to invest and continue to try and take profit sooner. That's 100% that people are going to do that. So in my opinion, I think getting to maybe 10% or 20% of a penny, which would be losing another zero, would be great. But if we see everything implemented perfectly, 1 to 10 cents is not unheard of here. So I would probably push for around those levels, not really a dollar right now, kind of set the bar a little bit lower so that when we do see more happen, we get blown away by, what, where our expectations were. Will your burn channel ever switch to burning SHIB to burning Lunic? Probably, probably eventually. I don't know. Right now we're still burning SHIB, but it's all through memberships because I haven't had time to make a lot of these videos, and a lot of my SHIB videos have been more on the negative side because we haven't gotten a lot of information, there. So I don't want to keep making a bunch of negative videos that are stating the same thing. Because we're not getting a ton that's coming out, right? We want Shibarium. We want to know what Shibarium will do. And if it doesn't do what we think it's going to do, it's not going to be good for the entire ecosystem or community. Should we buy more Lunic right now or wait? It totally depends on you. I know for me, I don't invest during periods to where we're increasing and, volume's up 12%. The position's up 10%. If we do find a little bit of a pullback, then usually that's where I will make a move. But right now, we saw this up in the 16.4 range, and then we saw this drop down to 15, which could be a good spot to invest if you want to. But remember, it's all for the long haul. It's not about what you're gaining over the next day. It's about what you're gaining over the next, 3 months. Let me skip some stuff. 15 cents 15 cents makes me a millionaire. That's what I'm talking about. For me, it's a level of 5 cents. 5 cents would make what I'm holding, which is 44. Technically, it should be 44, but it would be 42 at that moment because I would take 2 million. So 44 million or 42 million will be worth $2.1 million at that moment. Now, will I take $2.1 million? No, I'm going to take $100,000 of that. Do I want to see this at 10 cents? Yes. And if I do, I'll take another portion, 1.1 million. Well, I'll take 11 and then go from there. So I think 10 cents is a significant spot because obviously it drops another zero. Every time it drops to zero, that's probably going to be a significant level. When does the burn rate stop? If it does, it doesn't stop. So it continues on and on and on until they decide to shut it off. And they can reallocate where the burn actually goes to. So the percentage of the volume can also go towards like storing that value for maybe a potential payback of debt for USTC. I just dripped that on me. Oh no. Now I have to change my shirt. Because today I decided not to get water. I don't know why this did that. That's not good. Oh, well. Isaac Bounds, thank you for the super chat. I greatly appreciate it. I don't know. I just played an ad, so I'm not sure. Did I just play an ad? Why is it not playing an ad? All right, so an ad will be inserted. That's what it just said. Perfect. Isaac, thank you for that super chat. If you are watching, if you get this before any type of ad, thank you. I appreciate it. When does the burn rate stop? I read that at some point. As someone who isn't that familiar with crypto, why is it that Luna seems to go down 6% suddenly and then go back up 6%? You probably have investors that it's in any investment. It's not just crypto, right? People will invest during retracements, right? If it falls down a massive amount or a good amount, people will try and sell at certain levels to kind of move the market itself. If you have enough influence, let's say if you buy Lunic and it goes up to, let's make it easy numbers. Let's say it goes up to 2 cents. And you end up selling a large majority of the volume in that day, you're going to see it decrease as you sell it. However, you're going to get filled most likely around the spot where you wanted to sell. So you made money off of it, and then it does decrease again. Now you can buy the same amount of coins that you wanted for less money. So as you have more money, you can kind of manipulate the system if you really wanted to, and watch for reactions. And as you create those reactions, you may have others that either buy into it if it's a large enough dip, or sell with you because they feel like it's going to fall more. So that's what big money decides to do. That's what large investors, hedge firms decide to do, is they kind of manipulate really the market, and they take millions of dollars, invest it into a position, wait for it to run a little bit, sell the position. It influences the market in a bigger way, which is a retracement. They buy back in with the same amount of coins, taking whatever profit they had, and still having the same coins or shares that they've had previously. So they're gaining profit while not fully taking their profit. Do you know what I mean? Or not fully taking their investment. So they're physically just taking whatever profit they can take to put it back in there to take more profit later. When does the burn rate stop? I keep reading the same thing. Let's skip. Matthew, how many tokens do you hold? I hold 44 million. I have 8 million that's staked, and I have 36 million that's in my MetaMask wallet. I'm rounding up from 36. It's like 35.5 or something. Since Lunic has been released other places than PancakeSwap, that the price, I don't know what that means. 1 million coins is around $100. If 1 cent, you'll have 100K. Am I correct? Yes. Well, 1 million coins is at $160 at this point. It's not $100, it's $160, because you are looking at 0.00016, not just 0.00010. But that same 1 million coins, as you're looking at that $100, you're adding 3 zeros to it right now. So at 1 cent, 1, 2, you should be at, no, you should be at 10K? Is that right? I may be wrong by saying that. You should be at 10K. Let's go back here. Let's bring this. Why can't I do any type of math here? But let's say you're at 1 cent. You decide to sell 1 million. Yeah, that's 10K. So 1 million coins, you're adding the 2 zeros onto it, not 3 zeros. If you were adding 3 zeros because you're only going to 1 cent, if you were going to 10 cents, then it would be 100K. Yeah, because then that's where I'm selling 111 or 11 million to get me to that level. Maybe I should just sell at this point. I'll figure out the best method for me, but I will readjust this to see what I should sell at certain levels, because I could get 1.1 million here and just relax on this million and take this million somewhere in between 25 and 45. I feel like these are going to be a significant level. 25 and 45, 35 might be a really significant level as well, where I can add another million and then add one more million somewhere around 50. So 50 cents around a million, or sorry, one more million around 50 cents. How long until we hit $1? It's probably going to be a little bit, and it all depends on how much we're burning and how many lost coins are actually out there. We don't know how many lost coins are out there, but we do want to know how much that is. I would imagine the levels are not high because we only see these coins have only been live for a few months since they've been minted, so you're not going to see billions of lost coins. Where can I buy my Terra Luna Classic in South Africa? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. We'll keep watching you. We'll keep watching you, do or not. But are you giving away any Luna Tea today? Would love to have some if I can finally get lucky. Probably not today. I want to work out something with the Luna Tea team to try and give some away, maybe each month, maybe giving away, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 million every month if they have something in their marketing budget. And that'll create, some volatility, some movement, just transferring things, and also burning off Lunatics token, as well as adding to the burn for Terra Luna Classic. So I will have a conversation with them about this, but right now I'm not giving away anything today. It'll probably be something that I work out with them. Matt, if we need the supply to go down 99%, doesn't that mean that we need to own less than 99% less? No. So the reason why we don't need to own less than 99% is because when you look at transactions that are going to happen, the burn tax and how we're burning it is based off of whatever transactions happen. So they have to be owned by somebody or bought by somebody and then sold by somebody. Whatever the transaction is, we go through that transaction to burn the position. And the only way that it gets burned is if, let's say, you release it, you end up selling 100 million coins, right? And 1.2 million of those coins goes towards the burn tax. That means 1.2 million goes into this wallet to burn, right? Or this place to automatically burn, versus the 98.8 million that you're going to end up receiving. So you're not going to receive the full amount that you request to receive. A portion of that is going to be burned off, whatever is free, whatever is out there, whatever's in that tax. It's just like your taxes that you pay for, with your paycheck. You have, maybe $200 to come out in taxes. The taxes go to the government, and these taxes of coins right here, of this burn tax, will go towards the burn. So you need transactions to happen in order for that to take place. But yes, you do need to transact, I guess, more than the 99%. You need to continue to move things so that we can burn off all the supply. If we don't move it, then we don't burn. 99% will sell too early. Probably. That's usually how it goes. Well, people say, hey, we're all going to be millionaires, and I believe we have a chance of all becoming millionaires and making millions of dollars, right? And when you make those millions of dollars, you can sell and other people can make millions as well. But you will have not 99%, but you'll probably have 90-ish% of people that invest into this position that sell way too early. This is why I continuously push something like this. This is if you're new to this, new to me, I created a a crypto potential spreadsheet or a Terra exit plan. So if you're looking to exit Terra Luna Classic, you want to make sure you have a full exit plan at certain prices. This may seem absurd. 249 million is absolutely absurd. This is why you have a reality, expectation, and max profit, right? Max profit would mean if it does somehow get to 5, 10, 25, 50, $100, you can easily gain this much profit off of it. However, if it only gets up to a level of, $1 or even less, you find profit through all of these different levels. So make sure you're taking profit as time goes on, and then you'll be good. Can I download this spreadsheet? Yes, I have it on Patreon. You guys have to become a member in order to get that spreadsheet. It takes time to build a lot of these formulas and stuff like that. And then you can have the spreadsheet. You can do whatever you want. You can cancel your Patreon if you want to. There's different levels to Patreon that we have that we post buy alerts, sell alerts that I'm doing, anything that I'm buying, which I'm going to be making a buy soon of something. So if you want to check that out, feel free to go and check it out. But we also have book readings of different educational videos and maybe going through crypto 101 type of thing, what I look at when I'm looking to invest into a position. So there's just going to be a lot of stuff. I'm looking to take Patreon like very serious, but not overdoing it like I did before. I was posting a ton of things to Patreon pretty much daily, and I don't want to have that. I want to basically have things to where I'm posting it maybe every other day, posting 3 or 4 times a day, or 3 or 4 times in one day, and then the other day I don't post anything, depending on if I have an investment or not. So yeah. Lunatics token. What about Lunatics token? Let's look at it. I know it's up today. I can see Lunatics token is up. Let's refresh this. 6.38%. You're seeing the volume up 74%, up to $354,000. That's a good thing, right? You're seeing this at $6.3 million of a market cap. And the more volume we see in here, the more of their own supply that burns down, the more the price can actually increase and get to way higher levels than what we expect there. So, would love to see Terra Luna Classic run, would love to see Lunatics run, would love to see UST run. Rip Shiba Inu, welcome Lunic. I mean, it's getting there. I hope that's not the case. I still have 400 million Shiba Inu. So 99% of us will cash out by the time we get less than 90% of the supply burn. You're probably going to see a lot of people cash out, and that's a good thing because you'll see more and more that are burning. And if you have, let's say we do have 900 million that's like lost coins, and we get down to a point to where 100 million is actually in circulation. I mean, it could be interesting. I wish you could find a way to classify something as a lost coin. Like if something hasn't been moved in a long time, you can classify it as a lost coin, and then once it officially is moved, it can be entered back into circulation. That would be interesting if we could do that, but I don't believe lost coins are a heavy amount. I think it will be impact as we get closer to 1 billion, but not right now. Please tell me how to buy on MetaMask. BNB doesn't allow me to buy. Please tell me how to buy on MetaMask. How to buy Lunatics token on MetaMask? So it should allow you to buy BNB via MoonPay. And if you can't buy BNB over there, I would suggest going on crypto.com, buying BNB, or going on a platform where you can buy BNB for cheap without many fees. Maybe a Trust Wallet. You'll also go through MoonPay through Trust Wallet. But you want to find a way to buy BNB before you can buy Lunatics token, or you can just go on LBank, where they are listed on this exchange. $155,000 has gone through LBank, and whenever they get on other exchanges, we will let you know. Lunic will break 0.00016 in 45 minutes. Watch this space. You think it's going to break 0.0016? That means you think it's going to get above a tenth. It's going to be 16% of a penny. You're saying it's going to get to that level right now? I don't think right now, because that would be, if you're looking at where we are right now and multiplying it by 10, this is not the right area. You're multiplying it by 10 in order to get it to that level. You would need to see a $10 billion market cap, which is not impossible. You can definitely see a $10 billion market cap, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. At 1 penny, I believe you're looking at a $65 billion market cap, which is not crazy. It's not insane, but it is a level that I'm not sure if it can hit right now, because it doesn't have a use case with it. But then again, SHIB Inu hit those levels without a use case. Dogecoin hit those levels without a use case. So could Terra Luna Classic? Possibly. Who do you stake your LUNC with? I stake it with Smart Stake. Smart Stake right here. That's what I stake it with. I just gathered a lot of my staking rewards to add to my wallet, so I now have like 35,000 in my wallet that I gained in staking rewards from here, and then also USTC. Left the zero out. Sorry. Okay. Would love if it got up to that level. We need whales after September 12th. I think we will have whales after September 12th. I think we have some whales right now, but we will have some whales after September 12th. What happens if Binance will burn 50% of their LUNC? I mean, they could. They really could, but I would imagine they're going to go through all the transactions and put in the 1.2% burn, and it's going to be heavy through Binance. Now, if we look at the markets, I want to see what the heaviest volume is. So if we look at the percentage of volume through LUNC, we're going to see 42% flows through Binance. So obviously it makes sense why you would have that much, because they have what, 2.6 trillion. If 42% flows through Binance, you know that you're going to be burning off a lot in Binance, while others aren't going to be burning as much. Market cap and circulating supply explained very fully in detail. What do you think about what looks good with a market cap and circulating supply, and what isn't? It looks good. Show some example numbers. So for me, when it comes to market cap and circulating supply, you factor in other things as well. I think the volume really dictates exactly what the market cap can get to, as well as obviously looking at what the circulating supply is. So first thing that I look at in a position is what is the circulating supply versus the total supply. Because if the circulating supply is, 30% of the total supply, well, now you have a bunch of dilution. So you can see wherever the max market cap is by going into the history. And then you can understand like what that price will be at a fully diluted market cap, or fully diluted market cap, or fully diluted supply. So those are the things that I'm looking at right from the beginning, is comparing that with this, and then also comparing the total history of where the market cap was. So for, like, say Terra Classic, if I look at it when it was Terra Classic, the peak point was around 2 billion. So if I'm looking at 2 billion, I would say, all right, well, we have all the supply that's out there. I know that it can get back to 2 billion, and this is the price that it would get to. Now, if we see that supply decrease by half, we know that it can increase the double amount for the market cap. Now, if I go into something like, say, Jasmy. Right, Jasmy coin is a position that people seem to like, but if you look at the overall position, as I looked into it, the reason why I sold when I did have it, because I bought, made money, sold off of it, and the reason why I sold was because of this. I saw how much they were adding in the coins. It's at 10% of the total supply. You can see that 50 billion is out here, which creates a ton of dilution within the position. That's something that really drives me crazy, because yes, you can look at the full market cap, and let's click on market cap here. Come on, it's not working. Well, you can click on market cap and it would give you all that information if this was somehow loading. I don't know what's going on here, but it's not working. Let me refresh this page. Unresponsive. Is my internet not working? Is my internet working? It seems like we're still good. I'm unresponsive on CoinMarketCap. I don't know why it's not working here. Well, then I guess I won't be able to change it. That's fine. Let's just exit those pages. Oh, snap. CoinMarketCap's not working. There we go. Now it's working. For some reason, it wasn't working at all. But basically, that's what I look at when it comes to market cap and circulating supply. There's probably more that goes into that. I will probably do a detailed explanation on Patreon because I want to go through what I look at first, why I look at it, and then, you know, how we can make a decision on making money shorter term, long term, what you can get out of that based on just history. So how you transfer LUNC rewards from Binance Smart Chain to Ethereum network. So to Ethereum network, that would be tough. So what I would probably do if I was looking to do that, I don't know why you would change over to Ethereum network, but you could probably go over based on like Coinbase. You can't really do it on MetaMask at all. You would have to, let's say if you have it on MetaMask, you would have to transfer it to BNB, take that BNB, send it over to a place to where you can buy a multitude of positions. So whether it's crypto.com or, you know, whether it's, I'm trying to think, Coinbase. Coinbase is an ERC20 place, which you can't send BNB over there. So you would have to send something else like Dogecoin. Dogecoin over to Coinbase, and then Coinbase, you would be able to buy whatever Ethereum position that you want. But you can't buy LUNC over there because they don't allow it. I don't think they have. I think they have it. I think they had like Wrap Luna or something, but you can't trade it. So I'm not sure about that. I'm usually interested in changing it over to Terra. I don't know why people would go over to Ethereum. What's the reason why you would go over to the Ethereum network? Lunatic's token staking going live soon. Is that true? I didn't even know that. Where on LBank? Staking on LBank or staking you know, within certain platforms? Like what? I'll have to get some information from them. Thanks for your transparency on all your videos. You tell it how it is. I try to, and I appreciate you noticing that. I really do try to. I've been doing this crypto thing for 3 months, and I've learned everything I need to know from this guy. Thank you so much for saying that. Matt LUNC looks like she wants to break out. I wonder what's the next level of resistance will be once we do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking at the short term for LUNC, but I understand where you're coming from. I try to you know, stay away from looking at the short term play, because if I do, then I start getting into that short term mindset. And unless things really do break out and we see massive burns that happen, all that stuff, but I don't want to have a short term mindset to where I see it run and I'm like, all right, well, it hit its high for what the supply is. So should I sell the position? No, I shouldn't sell the position. So that's where you start getting in your own head. So a lot of times I'm not looking at the short term plays for LUNC, but yes, it does look like it definitely wants to break out here. And obviously this level will be 16.71. So breaking past that level obviously is a really significant point. We're seeing it run here, creating like sort of a bull flag scenario. You have that the flag pole, you have the flag, and then you have that breakout. So yeah. 1.2% burn is confirmed or just hearsay. So it's confirmed. It's in the coding. It's just when it's going to be fully implemented on all, you know, exchanges and the chain and chains. Why do we always have to pay gas fees to transfer tokens or swap coins? Will that ever go away? Like we have SHIB and you want BOEM, you have to buy ETH. when this will stop, real question. So that will never stop, right? If you're buying under a certain chain, if you're buying under Ethereum, you're going to have to pay Ethereum in order to do so. Same thing with Binance, same thing with Avalanche, same thing with Solana, same thing with whatever it is, right? You're going to have to pay within that native currency or native token or coin, right? It won't go away, but the amount you have to pay is most likely going to be minuscule, right? You see Binance, you pay a low amount. You see LUNC, you pay a very low amount. You know, you're not going to have to pay as much, but it will always be there. So hopefully that answers your question. You either pay in whatever fee it is, but if you buy in exchanges, you're paying in whatever currency that you sell. So say if you sell SHIB, you're going to pay a certain amount of SHIB in order to buy or sell whatever position you have, right? So no, I don't think it's going away. It's either you're going to pay the fee in the currency that you have or the currency of the native token or coin, sorry. A Coin is staking LUNC at 50% APY. Well, that is amazing. Oh, wait, I did see that. I did see that on Twitter. That's great. That's fantastic. I'm sure it's not going to stay that way for forever. Maybe I should transfer some of my LUNC over there. I don't think I have the ability to access Coin actually. Do you think it will help if Elon Musk tweets about LUNC for a price to go up? Probably not. I'd rather us do that without the support of Elon Musk, because it seems like the support of Elon Musk, you can see that completely dissipate in a matter of seconds, and if it does, then so does a lot of the support that came on. It's just exciting. It is exciting. It's very, very exciting. All right, so there's gonna be a couple of minutes that I'm going to go upstairs. I'm gonna have to put this whole thing on pause. I'm sure there will be people that are waiting here and conversing. I will try and put something up on the screen that's running. Maybe I could just put LUNC up on the screen to show it making some moves. Yeah, then maybe I could bring this up. Oh, just keep it like that. Yeah. Maybe I can just keep LUNC up on the screen to see it making some moves, but I'm going to have to go put Harper on the bus in about 10 minutes. Where's the best place to buy LUNC? I would probably say you can buy it on a bunch of places. I bought it on PancakeSwap because it seems like PancakeSwap does a great job adjusting to the prices. And when I bought in at the lowest point possible, it seemed like other people didn't even know it got that low. While I bought, basically with 5 or 6 zeros or something, I can't remember exactly what it was, but whatever I got, I spent $40 to buy 63 million, which is a very low amount of money to spend, but a very high amount of coins to get, especially in today's world. And I wish I would have bought more, but I only had $43 in my MetaMask in BNB because of the fact that I wanted to use it for any fees that I would pay. Richard, thank you for that super chat. Matt, we are the next SHIB, only we are doing it right. That's what I like to hear. I hope that I really hope that SHIB does break out to different levels, but I feel like LUNC is just going to happen a lot sooner with less supply, so much support from the people that are leading the community and the community itself. And the crazy thing is, the people that are leading the community is the community itself, right? Because we vote on everything. Anyways, I think I was telling you exactly what's the best chain to buy LUNC on. I think crypto.com is a good platform for me. I like PancakeSwap. You're buying the BNB side of things, not through Terra, though. If you buy it on crypto.com, you're getting the Terra version of it, so you can send it over to Terra Station to be staked. But yeah, comparisons are unnecessary. Yeah, I mean, you can't really compare the two. You're looking at, to tell you the truth, you know, a $5 to $10 billion token in SHIB Inu right now, and you're looking at $1 billion token or $1 billion coin in LUNC right now. Oh boy, I have to change my diaper. Who says that? Chevy van. Ugh. Can you explain where LUNC staking rewards come from? So I can't. I really don't know the detail as to where the LUNC staking rewards come from. Um, but if you go into the different validators websites, I believe you can get an understanding of exactly where that does fully come from. But I'll be honest with you, I don't know where these staking rewards come from. A lot of times when you see it in exchanges, they are loaning out your cryptocurrency while you're staking it in order to get a larger return than what you're being paid out. But I don't know what's happening here. SHIB is my first love. Made my first $1,000. I hear you. I hear you. I made some money with SHIB, and then suddenly that money came down. Obviously, where the price came to as the market crashed, it came down to these lows. Now I expect so much more when it gets back to some of these highs, when the crypto market recovers. But to say whether we are going to hit 1 cent or not, I mean, I can't 100% confirm if we are going to hit that level. I hope so. I just haven't seen any burns yet. Can you explain how to get LUNC out of Trust Wallet to stake them? Well, Trust Wallet, I think, is a different story because you can have multiple. You can have the Terra Station or Terra chain, Terra Luna Classic coin. But if you wanted to convert it, I'm not 100% sure how you would do that within Trust Wallet. For me, within MetaMask, I just send it over to crypto.com. It automatically converts it to Terra, to the Terra chain. And then you can send that Terra over to Terra Station to stake it. That's the way that I do it. But is Lunati having staking now? I believe it's coming soon, but the staking isn't live yet, I don't think. I have 5 million LUNC. Is that good? I think it's a good number. Depends how much you want to get. Obviously, you would like to make $5 million off of it. But even if you do sell early, just make sure you gain at least some life-changing profit out of it. $100,000, $200,000 is life-changing for a lot of people, in one sitting. Now, you still do have to pay taxes on that. But, taking $50,000 and throwing it into, paying off your car or paying off a big portion of your mortgage or whatever you're looking to do with it, you can definitely pay off quite a bit of things, and it could be life-changing money for a one-time like gain, or maybe multiple situations or multiple prices that you gain something in. So yeah, I mean, $100,000 could be life-changing. $200,000, $500,000 could be life-changing. I think 5 million is definitely a good number. And if you wanted to stake it, you can get more. So, and also if you buy Luna T, you can also get more LUNC as well. So SHIB devs couldn't burn a candle that came with instructions. It seems that way. Like, I feel like a lot of times, like, you don't know how many times I looked at the tweet that I had right here and, second guess posting it, because I don't want to post something like that, that it's lies, but I don't want to see people throw out all of this false hope. I want to put pressure or apply pressure to these people that are in charge, and I don't know if they're even getting pressured anymore. I really don't. But I want to apply pressure to people like Satoshi and all of the breeds and all of that stuff. So we can finally get some burns and finally get some things done. 300K LUNC could be a good amount. 300K LUNC could be a good amount. It depends on when you make your moves. If you are as strong as you think you could be, seeing 300K in LUNC and it turns to $1 and it's worth 300K and you still don't make a move and for some reason it gets to $10, yeah, you can have life-changing money. I think 300K dollars is life-changing as well. But obviously, remember, as you guys make this money, you have to pay taxes. Don't make millions of dollars and then don't pay taxes. That's not how things work. If you find a way to get around paying as many taxes, that's fine, or as much taxes, that's fine, but you're going to have to pay something. So be prepared to pay half of it and put the other half aside. Or put one half aside for taxes, and then you can use whatever the other half is for whatever you want to do. I know it's going to be tough because if you see you made $2 million and you're taking 1 million of those dollars and putting it aside for taxes, it sucks. It really does. Unless somehow this becomes long-term. Let's say, we invested in LUNC at this period in time and we sold our LUNC at this spot. Now, for me, I know there's going to be a big portion of it that is not long term. Now, if we do get to a point where I can make 249 million and it gets to $100 and that takes over a year, that would be great because then I get 20% taxes instead of 39% or 50% in total, which would be great. But taxes freaking suck. But we all pay them. 300K is better than zero, absolutely. Is crypto taxable in the state of Wyoming? It should be taxable everywhere. I don't know if it goes how it goes through your state taxes. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know the level of your state taxes, but I'll tell you, for me, I know I'm gonna pay somewhere around 40 to 50% in total. Is crypto taxable? I read that. After 1 year of holding in the US, you pay 20% tax. Yeah, basically. Especially at that max amount, making millions. IRS form do you fill out when you do your taxes on crypto? I'm not a CPA, so don't ask me. I go through one of those automated tax services. I don't have an accountant, but as soon as I do, if I make hundreds of millions of dollars from this, yes, I will have an accountant. I will hire an accountant at maybe $100,000 a year, and then we will make sure that I have a CPA that can answer all of these tax questions, and hopefully, I can pay that accountant, and that accountant will only have my account, but then also can find a way to further their future maybe within this same space of YouTube talking about taxes and all that stuff. And I feel like they can. And I already have a great CPA in mind if he wants to. If he doesn't want to, he doesn't have to. But basically you can make a decent living working with one account and then also getting a lot more time to yourself. Matt, you are the best. Through you, I am a master on crypto. Well, thank you for saying that. I don't think anybody could be a master. I know quite a bit, but there's a lot of people that know more than me, and there's a lot of people that I learn from. What's cap? Hey Matt, I tagged you on Twitter of a burn calculator list. Can you check it out? I'll eventually check it out. Probably not right now. I'm gonna have to go, guys. So let me put this up on the screen. I'm gonna put this to where hopefully we see a breakout. I'm not sure. Let me refresh this, but I have to go get Harper ready for kindergarten. So it's probably gonna be. I'll be back in a little bit. So let me put this as a pinned comment. I will be back. 8:30. So you guys can hop off if you want to. I'm gonna keep this live because I don't want to have too many posts today. So I'll be back at 8:30. I'll probably be back maybe a little bit sooner than that, but if you come back and you see me, then I'm here. So let me end this poll. All right. I'm gonna keep this on the screen and I'll turn off the mic and move the camera. So, all right, I'll be back in a little bit. I gotta go get Harper ready for daycare. So enjoy the chat. Have a fun time. Hello, everybody. Wow, we still have 500 plus people that are here. 550 people that are here, guys. Thank you for staying around. I appreciate it. I said I would be back at 8:30, but the bus comes like it's weird. It says it's supposed to come at 8:31. Yesterday they had 8:28, but it came at 7:55. So I have no idea what the hell's going on. But the fact that I'm back a little bit early, that's a good thing. And the fact that I know what time the bus comes is probably a better situation. We missed the bus 2 days in a row, yesterday and the day before, um, and now we finally got her on the bus for pickup. So yeah, happy with that. Let's remove this pinned message, and we'll get another pinned message. Good amount to have because LUNC-MILLIONAIRE. What's a good amount to have to become a LUNC-MILLIONAIRE? It depends on when you sell, when you make moves. So, I saw in the chat, I was sitting here for probably like 3 minutes, and I was just reading what was coming through. It was pretty funny. Where someone said that I missed the bus, and now I had to drive her there. No, that wasn't the case. I just gave myself enough time to get her on the bus. So 8:30 will probably be a stretch, but I will say that every time, hey, I'll be back at 8:30, even though I'll probably be back at like maybe 8:10, 8:15, maybe 8 o'clock, depending how quick I get her on the bus and get back here. I'm not sure. But Matt punched the driver, drove the bus, and came back proper prison break style. Sure. Um, so I think it depends on how much when it comes to what will be or what will make you a LUNC-MILLIONAIRE. Thank you for 1,000 likes, by the way, guys. I appreciate that. It depends on what you look at, what will make you a LUNC-MILLIONAIRE and when you sell. So even if you have a level of 1 million, you can become a LUNC-MILLIONAIRE depending on, how long you hold on to it or what profit you end up taking, right? If you take profit, let's say of 100,000 here, 100,000 at 50 cents, 100,000 at 75 cents, and then get to about $2 or $3 or $5, and you end up taking whatever's left, you make millions off of it. So it all depends on what you end up doing. Now, you end up getting into more of the gray area and pushing for that level rather than accepting profit here. But like I said, I only risked $40, but I was willing to risk, up to $1,000 in order to make hopefully tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars, right? So I was happy to invest what I invested. I just wish I could have invested more at that time. Nobody would have thought that it would have increased that fast. I thought I would have a little bit of time, but it increased very, very quickly back to whatever levels everybody else saw it at. The first person to tell me what episode 6, season 3, Rick and Morty was about gets 10,000 Lunic. Not for me. I don't even know what that was all about. I've only seen like one episode of Rick and Morty, and I don't even remember what it was. It's all about burns and FOMO. Exactly. Can Lunati hit 100? Can Lunati hit $100? I mean, it can, but will it? It all depends on the popularity. I would say if you're looking at, let me duplicate this. If you're looking at Lunati and understand the value that Lunati can have, you can see a ton of growth, right? They're burning off their coin every single day, or their own token every single day. It supports Lunic, which once we see Lunic run, will we see Lunatic's token tied to that? That would be amazing if we could see both of them tied together, because if Lunatics can run, that means you're gaining a huge investment here, as well as seeing the volume that translates to more Lunic that you can get. So overall, like while I have, let's say 35.5 million, it would be great to have 40 million here, 50 million here. You never know how long it's going to take. And if this starts to skyrocket out of nowhere, then we can gain a lot more Lunic out of it. But we're also, if we have more holders, we get paid less Lunic because more people are getting that split, right? Does that make sense? So I hope Lunatics makes a move, but Lunic, definitely something that's running. It's up 11% today. We can see that the volume is at 336 million. It's up 17%, and we're over that 1 billion, almost at a 1.1 billion dollar market cap, which is really, really good. I think the highest point that we've been since we've fallen is about 2 billion. So getting back to some of these normal levels is going to be phenomenal. What is your December price prediction for Luna Classic? I would say I'm looking at a bare minimum of 10% of a penny. So 0.001 is 10% of a penny. That's what I'm looking at for that. Where can I find your exit plan spreadsheet? It's on Patreon. So if you go over to my Patreon, you're going to see a bunch of different things. We have a bunch of different Patreon members, and you'll see I just put up something here to figure out people's exit plans. So I have the Terra Luna Classic exit plan where I have my reality, my expectation, the gray area there. And if you guys want to figure out your own, you can put in that information by pulling this exit plan spreadsheet and breaking it down for yourself. But, you know, that's for certain levels. I think it's for the expert or no profit hands level to have that. But we also have it available if you just want to get it under the Discord level. So if you're under any Patreon level, you can get any of my spreadsheets. So definitely go ahead and check that out if you guys are interested. Let's see. Got some messages I need to check on Twitter, but I'll check that later. Let's see what Terra Station's looking like. I'm glad to see that all nodes is down to 18%. Interstellar is down to 16%. You're also seeing Orion Money down to 16%. It's great because people, I guess, are investing in other areas or staking in other areas to increase the value of some of those. Again, I staked with Smart Stake, and I seem to be doing pretty well with mine. I have 1,135, rewards, and I'm okay with that. And I know that Orion Money, or all nodes actually, is going to be doing burns. So that's good to see. I know Lunic DAO already does burns. So it's good. Really good. I don't think Luna's going to fall that quick because you think CZ will burn. I think he will burn. I think it will be a natural burn through the exchange, because people are buying right now just to see what will the price going to go on the 12th of September. Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens on the 12th of September, or all through September, because I think in the beginning of the month leading up to that date, leading up to that time period, you're probably going to see massive pumps, massive moves within Lunic, and it makes sense. I mean, we have a pretty strong catalyst that we're looking forward to. So, and your likes grew to 1,000 in your absence. Yes, over 1,000 likes, which is something that I've only hit 3 times. Three times in the last like month or so, maybe. And they all have been like this past week. 10 million staked. Let's go. Yeah, again, I got 8 million staked, and I will continue to, I guess, compound it. As I take my staking rewards, I will compound it and, just gain more and more. There, I'm only staking 8 million out of my total 44 million, and I'm comfortable with what I'm staking. I'm completely comfortable with what I'm staking. Now, what's crazy is I probably should look at it and be like, all right, well, if I stake this, or what am I planning, or what is my prediction on where this will get to? What is my max prediction? And if I figure out what my max prediction is by, let's say, December, I can stake majority of my coins until December. Or I can decide to buy more sometime soon and stake majority of those coins, until December. So I don't know. Right now I'm holding 44 million. I don't need to buy anymore. I think, if I'm greedy, I lose out on the gains that I did have. So I'm going to sit on what I have here and, take all of these gains for what they are. So I know there are people that are probably going to accept profit a lot sooner. If you can get to, like, you hold 30 million or 30,000, you can get to a point to where you can gain 2 million or 10 million a lot sooner, right? But for me, I'm gonna play it out with a longer term play, all the way up to $1, gaining, you know, as much as 14 million. And we don't know how much I will gain with LUNC, so or Lunatics token. So we'll see. We have 778 people here, guys. If you're new, feel free to hit that subscribe button. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And if you guys want to go and follow any of my other channels on YouTube, feel free to follow any of those other channels. So I have let's see, I have a golf channel, I have a Let It Burn channel, which I don't know if that will transition at all. I would love to keep it SHIB, but I don't know how much of an effect it will have. We have Teabag, which is my gaming channel, my reaction channel, if you want to check out that. I put a lot of effort into the golf channel, so feel free to subscribe to this. It does help out quite a bit for, you know, future videos and another side of me as well. So yeah, Matt Perry Golf. Glad we could be here to witness the third 1,000 like during the live stream. Yeah, I'm glad that I could witness it as well. All Nodes has an auto compound. I have 18 million auto compounded. Well, that's great. Sometimes I really don't want to auto compound, but I think with this situation, I probably will compound it. So probably be great if they did have an auto compound anyways. I set up my exit plan to sell over 500. Wait, I set up my exit plan to sell 500K over the all-time high. 500K over the all-time high. I don't know what you mean, because the all-time high in price, like over 120, over $120, or you're talking about the all-time high of when it became LUNC? So, you know, looking at a low point here of 0.000 like 9 or something, whatever the high point was. I think it was like 4, 0.0000 or 0.0004, I think was the highest point, right? How would someone gain profit on the way only 2 million? How would someone gain profit on the way up with only 2 million? Hopefully I keep this there, but let's say you only have 2 million that's there. That's two, right? Let's say you only have 2 million. That's currently $240. If you wanted to take profit, you probably would want to take something at the level that everybody else is going to take something at, either 1 penny or, you know, 80% of a penny. So let's say you take it at a penny, you end up taking, you know, maybe 200,000, right? You now gain $2,000 from this $240 investment. That's a great gain no matter what. You took your profit, you're happy with what you have there, right? Now you still have 1.8 million that's 1.8 million that's left. Let's say you get up to 20 cents, right? That's 1 cent. Maybe you can get up to 10 cents and take a little bit of profit if you wanted to there. Take another 200, right? And that's 2 million. You're getting $20,000. So a total of $22,000 that you gained from this $240 investment. Feels great. You still have 1.6 million that is left. Now you get to about, let's say, let's go to 25 cents. You take another 200. Oops. Take another 200. That's 50,000. A total of 77 or $72,000. And the next level would be 45 or 50 cents. Let's say it's exactly 50 cents. You take another 200. No, you take 400 million this time. Right? That's 400,000, not 400 million. That's going to be another 200,000, where you have $272,000 that you can end up taking in profit. Now, depending how long this ends up playing out, that $200,000 may be long-term or short-term, depending on when you bought it. Most likely it's short-term. Let's say it gets to about 75, or, you know, somewhere around 90 cents. Maybe it's going to push back at 90 cents. You decide to take your profit, and you're taking another 400, or you know what, 600,000. That's $540,000, a total profit of $812,000. And that's still all before it hits $1. So now when it does get to $1, maybe you can take another $100,000, right? That's going to be 912,000. If you're looking for this to push well above it, you can have 300,000 for all of these plays here. Now, if what I would do, you already pocketed $912,000, which you're gonna have to pay taxes on. So what I would probably do, and this is where it gets into the gray area, what I would probably do is take certain portions at some of these levels here, make sure it gets to $5, and don't take everything there. Start splitting it a little bit less. So you're taking 50,000, right? That's $250,000. You're taking at $10, you take another 100,000, right? That's $1 million, right? And then you have 150,000 left, and you hold that until you really want to gain, obviously a lot more. Now, if you want to stake it up in these parts before it hits a penny, feel free to do that so you can gain a little bit more than 2.1. But that's how you find a way to pocket millions of dollars, or, at minimum, gain somewhere around $72,000. That would be amazing. Either way, turning $240 into any of these is perfect. So hopefully that breaks a lot down. Let me go back to what I had. Make sure I don't forget what I had. LUNC is pumping hard. Whoa, why do you think that is though? Increase in staking or demands in the coin. So we're seeing an increase in staking, and there's definitely demand as people are seeing it transition to September. We're at the end of this month, and that's why we're seeing, a pretty decent sized pump. You have some whales that are probably making some moves into the position because they feel as though September is going to be a big month, and maybe it'll be the buy the rumor, sell the news type of thing. But I'm sure they're going to set themselves up for success and have more of a pump or a buy the rumor, and maybe even sell the news. I would imagine you're going to see a buy the rumor, buy the news, but you never really know depending on how investors get into it. The big whales control a lot, so we don't know what's going to be the outcome of mid-September to end of September. I believe we're going to see some things positive, but we'll have to wait and see. Do you think LUNC could reach 0.007 cents by the end of October? With inflation, it's probably enough to fill up my car with gas. It's funny because I was just talking to my brother about going to the grocery store and how we looked at Oreos and they were $5 and like 59 cents. And I remember when they were $3.99, and I also remember when they were $2.99. So the fact that they've gone up so much, I started looking at prices at the grocery store, which I didn't really do because I always would spend under the budget. I didn't need to really look at the prices. And now I'm looking at the prices because the one day my budget was only like $300. Usually it was $300 for a month for just me and Erica. And we had kids and they eat yogurt like it's candy, I guess. I don't know. So we ended up spending a lot of money on yogurt, which yogurt's expensive. So I don't know, but can it reach 0.007 by the end of October? Can it? Yes. Will it? I'm not 100% sure. I would say I'm pushing for that 70% of a penny. So I'm pushing for that level around these tens of percents of a penny for the end of the year. And when I say end of the year, I mean, December. That's my low expectation, or my expectation really. And anything that exceeds that obviously is a good thing. So I'm happy with that. Currently we're seeing Terra up 10%. But it looks like we're seeing a decent sized pullback right now. Oh, we're starting to pump a little bit. We're seeing a decent sized pullback though. We're on the downward trend. We have 936 people here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I will play one ad here. I don't know if you did get an ad already, but I will play one. That's how I make my living. I set up my exit plan to sell. I read that. My concern about staking is if the node collapses, then what happens to your stake? Yeah, so that's a little bit of a concern by everything, but I don't think the node will collapse, and I don't know the process as of that. I would say you're not going to have that situation, but it just all depends how many people are included in that, how many people are staking, how many coins are staked into it. There's probably a bunch of different variables that may go over my head. How would someone gain? I read that. Let me scroll down. It's a 1 minute chart, my dude. Yeah, it is a 1 minute chart. Someone turned on some bits. Someone turned on some bits. What does that mean? What does this mean? Did someone do something on Twitter? Or sorry, Twitch? We love you, Matt. Can't give up on like Luna or SHIB. We all family. I would agree. I would agree. How often do you compound your Luna? So I haven't compounded yet. I just I pulled it out, which I probably should compound. So I should probably add to my position here. Yeah, I probably should add to my position if I wanted to. I have 35,000. Maybe I should add that 35,000 in there. Just leave some for any type of transactions or any fees. But yeah, I'll just do that. And balance after tax. What is the tax? 0.5 UST. Balance. Oh, yeah, I'm leaving 902 in there. Okay, I thought it was gonna take 35,000 and that's how much it was putting in there. For some reason, that's how I read it. I don't know why. I leave enough for transaction fees. So that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm gonna submit to add that there. And it should go through sometime soon. We'll figure that out. It'll go through. Any word when Binance to turn on the contract update? CZ tweeted his support. No date as to when. I guess he has to do it by the 12th deadline. So probably on that date, he'll probably do it maybe a little bit before. I'm not sure, but somewhere around there, you can expect it. I would imagine, obviously that's what people are waiting for, because if you see, thank you for subscribing, whoever just subscribed, or sent a super chat. I don't know. It didn't come up yet. But I'm sure that's what people are waiting for, because you're looking at, oh, that was the donation that I'm reading. People are waiting for this larger market. So when we go into here, you're going to see this larger market, which is 41% of all of the volume. You want to see the burn happen within there. And if it is happening within there, you don't really have to worry about all of the exchanges implementing everything, which you do understand that Binance is doing it. You understand that MEXC is going to do it, right? You have LBank that's going to be doing it. You have crypto.com that's going to be doing it. But all of these are less than 1% of the overall supply or overall volume. So seeing Binance do it, seeing BitThumb do it, they're the biggest pieces. Can LUNC drop a little to catch better prices? I mean, we would all love that, but I'm sure it's a little bit more difficult than that. We can't just ask for it to drop, and it does. Some people can. It depends how much money you have. What price do you see for LUNC by the end of the year? Again, I see it in the tens of percents of a penny. So 10% of a penny, 20% of a penny, 50% of a penny, those levels. Those are my expectation. Now, I'm pretty sure anytime I have my expectation, I always set the bar lower, so it will exceed my expectation. Right? I'm not saying that this is going to happen in the next week or the next month, but I do see it hitting these levels, by the end of the year, and I hope that we can get to well above that, maybe a penny or 5 cents or 10 cents. When Anonymous released the video on Doquan, we will be at $1. Any Any wrong holding wrapped Luna? I mean, not that I know of. I mean, just the inability to sell it in certain areas. So yes, there, but not. There's not much of a concern for me. If staked rewards are minting, won't it undo the effect of burning? If staked rewards are minting, won't it? No, because it's not. It's not minting new coins. Um, Staking is not minting new coins. It's essentially buying new coins. So you're getting those rewards. Now I don't really, you know what, I'm speaking out of the side of my teeth here, because I don't really understand their process on staking. So, but I know that the only way they mint new coins is by going through the full algorithm to where it's pinned to USTC, which we're not doing. Minting is turned off, from what I understand. Is it now a good time to buy LUNC? I only have 1.7 million and thinking to buy another 2 million. Is it a good time to buy it? It depends what your outlook is. If your outlook is long term and not short term, because this price may come back from where it's at right now. If your outlook is long term and not short term, then yes. If your outlook is for the short term and to always see it at a positive state, from when you buy it to when you sell it, I don't think that's the right time. So I don't I don't think you're really ever going to see that unless you literally catch it absolutely at the bottom. I'm tired, man. People can transfer Wrap Luna to Binance. You will get that same amount in LUNC. Um, is it good that we are not getting new people to buy yet? Much better if those FOMOers start buying with the tax burn. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sort of upset that we're seeing 300 plus $1 million worth of volume, but to tell you the truth, I expect so much more when the burning actually happens, that we're going to see billions of dollars in volume flow through. And I think Binance already knows this. That's why they have trillions of coins there. And obviously 41% or, 42% of the entire volume, you'll probably see a crazy amount that flows over in Binance. And it'll be most likely in the billions as it's transferred back and forth. And we will see how big this will get. My expectation, my serious expectation for volume, while I state that 300 million will be amazing, my serious expectation is anywhere between 1 to 2 billion per day in volume for LUNC. So while people are buying it, while people are selling it, while people are making moves and just gaining whatever their profit is, they're making transactions, which will see millions of dollars, billions of dollars flow through LUNC per day, which means that we will see a massive amount that's burning off daily. So my expectation for the price, I think, is sort of low, but I want to have a low expectation, so it kind of just blows my mind when we hit certain levels and how fast we get there. Can you do limit buys on crypto.com app in the US? And only if you have access to the exchange. If you have access to the exchange, then you can make that move. But if you don't have access to the exchange and you only buy on the app, then no. How can we stake? Wait, how can we stake? Can you please show? Yeah, so I just went through the staking process. It's actually still submitting. I don't know why. But let me go back to my wallet. Or let me go back to wallet. Yeah, it's still showing my 35.9. Some reason it didn't stake what I wanted to stake with Smart Stake. So I'll try to delegate again. Maybe I should just wait. Try to delegate again. I'd like to take 35,000 and leave 900 or 1,000 in there. and submit. So hopefully that goes through. Whew, that was a big one. Yeah, we're seeing this pullback right now. I expected to see some sort of a pullback after a large increase. Hey, Matt, good morning. And good morning to all. Can Luna, can Luna contract? I saw a warning on Lunati that states the owner could change the contract, stop sales, and all that funny things. Can you elaborate? So yes, for Lunati, the owner of the contract actually has full ownership of the contract. So they basically can take the percentages, and if something changes, especially in today's world where we have the 1.2% burn, and maybe Lunatic's token is more heavily focused on rewards, I don't know, but whatever keeps them, in the circle and makes it have a great connection to the classic chain, right? Because you care about Terra Luna Classic, you care about USTC. Maybe Lunatic's token is only set up to pay back the debt of USTC. Maybe it builds up a large wallet to pay off the debt of USTC. That could be a great deal as well. So as you go through different transactions, it doesn't only you don't only see the burn, a 1.2% burn that's taken a big effect. You could see Lunatic's token that supports Lunic in a larger way by building up an amount to pay off USTC, because that could be big as well. So we don't know what will happen there. We don't know what what will be needed. And when we figure that out, they can make that change. So yes, they can make the change. They're very transparent with me, very transparent with a lot of people. And, they try and do what's best for their investors as well as, the Lunic investors. Appreciate you, brother. Last night's space meeting was crazy. I was in there until 2 a.m. What spaces meeting? I don't know what spaces meeting you're talking about. X-Plane. Thank you for the $50 super chat. Add this to your wallet. Love your videos. They have helped me out so much. Thank you so much for that $50 super chat. Thank you for the kind words. I try to help out as many people as possible, be as transparent as possible, and just make sure that people learn things. Right? It's not about people taking what I'm buying and just buying it, because anybody can buy anything. The problem is that it's very difficult to sell and make money off of selling. There's a lot of people that will hold on to something too long, a lot of people that will get rid of something too quick. And it's about understanding what you have, breaking down the entire investment, taking profit when you need it, and just learning, right? So thank you for that super chat. I greatly appreciate it. We have 1,000+ people that are here today, and that might be a record for the past month, the amount of concurrent viewers. Good morning, Matt. So yesterday you gave away Lunatic's token, and I checked today, and I only have 128 coins of Luna, and is worth 2 cents. Is that correct? So it all depends on how much volume goes through and how many investors there are that have over, I think it's 500,000 coins or tokens. So nevertheless, like, you're receiving something. It just depends on how much Lunatics gets bought and sold. Today we're seeing it up 54%. So up to the volume up 54%, $338,000. But that gets split amongst 6,000 people that may have over 500,000. I would say probably 5,000 people have over 500,000. And that's where you end up receiving a little bit less rewards, because it's split amongst a lot of people with less volume. So you need to see more volume. It's good that you're seeing the returns, but you're going to get more and more returns. You're going to get, hold 1,000, 10,000, 20,000, whatever you actually hold there. But it's good that you're seeing those rewards. That's a plus. Some are advocating turning minting back on. Check the link I sent to Discord. Let me see. Where is that? You sent to which Discord? Terra Rebels or mine? Um, yeah, I don't see anything there. Yeah, I'll bring it over here to check my direct messages. Yeah, I don't got anything there. I don't know what Discord you sent it to. Donate me some Lunic. I need uh for a noble cause. Yeah, I'm not giving away anything today. Maybe in a future state, I definitely will do giveaways of Lunatics token. Maybe not Lunic, but what's crazy is that you can gain Lunic from holding Lunatics. So that will be a plus to where you don't have to spend any money and you'll gain Lunatics token, as well as holding, or you'll gain Lunic token as well as holding Lunatics token. More people need to buy Lunatics, man. I have 4 million and I'm getting 2,000 rewards each day. Um, even if even with this low volume, exactly. If we can see, tens of millions or hundreds of millions of dollars, imagine how much in rewards we can have and how much we're actually burning within Terra Luna Classic. It could be huge. Matt, is it good to keep USTC rewards or swap them for Lunic? Great job, great job with what you do, by the way. So for me, I'm keeping USTC rewards because I feel like USTC will be repegged, which values it at $1 per coin that you have. So if you collect 50 coins, you collect $50. You collect 45 coins, $45. 100 coins, $100. So you're able to pin that to the dollar in what you are collecting. Yes, you can see a lot of value in Lunatics, or sorry, in Lunic. I keep going back and forth within Lunic, but you also want to make sure you diversify your larger investments as well. So when it comes to utility on the chain, what do you think adds value, increased market cap? There needs to be more utility than just burning supply. Absolutely. And I think where they were before, where the algorithm was set, and their mindset and where they were, I guess, going to take it. They were going to take it to the next level, and I don't know exactly where, but they were going to take it somewhere else before everything got attacked and torn down. I think where they were going to take it creates utility. You don't need to force utility into it, but you can create something if you get back to where they were. Because again, like I said earlier in the stream, you're creating when you fail, you now get up as a stronger person, right? You now can get back to where you were, learn from that situation, and make the position stronger. So if Luna can completely get back to where it needs to get to, and saying that means getting to $10 worth of value for Terra Luna Classic, seeing USTC get to the ability to be repegged, well, now you have them both set up in the right area. So you can now learn from your mistakes, set up security so that this doesn't happen again. And then you can set up whatever utility you want to set up. So yes, you do need utility to increase the market cap. And that's why I say that even though we're burning the supply, I still only see it at a $10 billion market or a $1 billion market cap, because that's where it's holding strong, $1 to $1.1 billion market cap. So let's say we see a 10 billion supply at a $1 billion market cap. That's 10 cents of a max price. Let's say we see a 1 billion supply at a $1 billion market cap. That's a $1 price, and that's the max price that it can get to. So we want to see utility in it as well, so that we can see the 1 billion supply at a 40 billion market cap, which makes a $40 price. That's what we need to see. And then we can see that pinned to USTC to obviously make it a bigger thing. But that comes in time, I guess. Check out Bone Feed and was not aware they had so much supply. Thank you. I'm going to take some profit. Yeah, it's always, when you do look at positions, understand what their total supply is and what their circulating supply is, because bone is definitely something that needs to be looked at as a potential dilution position. 3% of the supply is out there, 230 total supply, 30 million total supply. So it's definitely something. Whoa, $100 super chat. Your video on bone was alarming. I didn't know they had so much supply and that it was the first coin I asked your opinion on before it hit 50 cents. Taking profit today. Thank you so much. Yeah, no problem. Again, that's why whenever I make a play on a position that does have room to grow, yes, they don't introduce supply a lot, but when they do, it could be a massive amount, and you don't want to be stuck holding the bag if that does happen. So it's comfortable. It should feel comfortable to take some profits, sit on whatever profits you feel are great. And if it comes back down to $1, maybe reinvest some of those profits that you did have to get the amount of coins that you had, because then you can have your profit. Or you technically, let's just leave it at this, you can have your cake and eat it too, right? You gain your profit and you can gain the same amount of coins that you had depending on when you sell, when you make your move. So thank you for that $100 super chat, by the way. That is amazing that you sent that. And I hope, that bone really works out well for you. I hope you didn't sell all of your position, but taking your initial investment plus some profit is always a great thing. Because if you invested at 50 cents, and it goes up to $2. It did go up to $2, which it went to $2.20, I believe. You have 4 times your profit or 4 times your investment. So you can take that plus maybe 2 times your investment to leave half of it in there. What can we do to increase the market cap to 10x what it is now? So far, we only have staking, some businesses transacting, and form of banking. Can we make a proposal for this? So the first thing that needs to be done is you need to see Terra Luna Classic get back to normal. And when I say back to normal, it needs to get to a reasonable supply. So let's go back to Terra Luna Classic. It needs to get to a reasonable supply. You need to see USTC, add an ability to repeg. I think you need to set those 2 things up before you can start to think about getting Terra Luna Classic or before you start to add utility. The utility will come easily if we are consistently burning and consistently creating value and hype behind Terra Luna Classic, which again, I think that the volume will pass 1 billion easily for a number of days, and we'll see a lot that's burned off in all of these days as the 1.2% is fully implemented. And when we do see that, we will start getting to a lower and lower supply, which will set us up for success, because we want to get Terra Luna Classic to $5 to $10 as soon as possible. Then you could find a way to get maybe $1, just $1 as soon as possible, but find a way to get it to a point to where it can get to an actual price point. Like if I have money, I'm not going to have 0.0001 of a penny. Like I'm not going to have that. But if I can have a penny, or I can have 5 cents, or I can have 10 cents actual currency right now, then yes, you can see USTC find a way to get pinned back. And that's where you could focus on getting utility. But right now, I don't think we can focus on utility because it's not something that we need to force. Just get Terra Luna Classic back, and then we can organically bring utility into it. But there's nothing that we can do right now to force utility, or that we should do to force utility. Thank you for becoming a member, Tyler Douglas. We are going to go to members only in 8 minutes. Hey, Matt, is this still a good time to buy LUNC? It depends your outlook. So if you have a long-term outlook, I would say it's a decent time to buy it. You are looking at a little bit of a pullback. I expect a little bit more, but you are looking at a little bit of a pullback. So short-term, if you're looking for it to just be green the whole entire time that you're holding it, this is going to be a difficult time to hold that, because it may not stay at these levels, and you might see it pull back quite a bit. But if you're looking for a long-term outlook on it, I think you're fine. Hey Matt, first time live watcher. Peeped your past videos the past couple of days. Really appreciate the information you bring to the community. Thank you for saying that, Preston. I appreciate that a lot. I love the kind words from everybody that comes through here. So thank you, Preston, for saying that. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you become a subscriber. Looking to bring in as many subscribers as I can. I'm on the road to 200,000 subscribers. So thank you. Matt, is there anyone biting the 1.2% yet? Anyone biting it? Or anyone burning the 1.2%? Just coin in, from what I understand. Long-term outlook, bro. The supply is 6 trillion. Don't listen to this guy, people. So I have my calculation. I totally respect your opinion. I will respect anybody's opinion that comes through here, as long as you say it respectfully. But I've done calculations. I've went to school for finance. I have run a ton of statistics on hospitals, on urgent cares, on a lot of different things by history. I've gone through different investments. I have a lot of positive investments. I also have negative investments. I'm very transparent with a lot of that stuff. If you want to see it, we can always go through that stuff anytime. But what I'm saying with this is I've gone through different calculations. I've shown people exactly what this could do and what it will do. When we have the 1.2% implemented in every single exchange and on chain and off chain, once we have it everywhere, we know that we will burn 1.2% of the total supply with just 300 million total in volume, which we're seeing that on, a low end. It's a pretty decent day, but on a low end day, this is not like a massive pump like we've seen before where it's up, 600% in volume, right? We have seen this in the billions of dollars of volume. We have seen this, not only at 1 billion, but 2 billion. So if we can see that again, which I believe we will, you're going to burn off a hell of a lot of Terra Luna Classic. Now, let me show you. Let me go on Twitter. Let me see if I could find this. And it's my calculation, right? So this calculation that shows in 30 days, if we have 300 million in volume, not looking at LUNC, let's take LUNC out of the equation, because LUNC, yes, they can burn, if they had $100 million worth of volume, they can burn quite a bit. But let's look at the burn tax here. 1.2% burn, $300 million out of 1.2% burn, divided by the price, or the price that it was, it would take 6 months. Now we know that the price is increased, right? Has increased from where it is, and it's at 0.00016. So instead of being at 0.0001, it's at 0.00016. So we know that it has increased. We know that it's going to take a little bit for that to play out. But what I'm saying is, there's a long-term output and there's a short-term output of a position. Most people that want to see short-term plays or think that they want to see long-term plays have a short-term mind. So what they're going to do is look at the position. If they don't see it green and they see it pumping one day, they're going to think, you know what, I got to get out of this position because it's going to fall back down after this large pump. That's a short-term mind. If you have a long-term mindset, you're going to be looking at it like, all right, well, no matter if it does increase or decrease, this is where my range to sell is. This is where my profit-taking mark is, right? That's where your mindset should be in most situations. But it's always great to have a short-term mindset as well, depending on what you want out of it. If you only want, let's say, a $3,000 gain out of it, then you may have a short-term mindset, and that's fine. But yeah, I think there's multiple ways to look at it. This is one way of looking at the calculation. You understand that it would be more if we see $1 billion in volume versus $300 million. And I can't wait until we actually see the numbers. So hopefully, all of this comes across as being respectful, because I try to be respectful. But, not actually having a conversation is a little ridiculous. when does Lunic burn actually begin? From what we understand, mid-September, we're supposed to see everything, or at least majority of them, upgraded or updated to what's September 12th. Their parameter, there's a parameter proposal I'm hearing about that sets the burn percentage. If the proposal begins on the 12th and it takes 7 days to pass, the burn starts end of September. Um, that's news to me. I'll have to check into that, but that's why I'm looking for everything to be implemented. Like I said, by the end of September, I want to see everything set in stone to understand how much we are burning daily by the end of September. So September 12th, would that be business days? I guess that would just be 7 days, period. I don't know. That's news to me. I'll have to look into that. I'd be okay with 5% tax if they had gone that route. I'm not sure why they went with 1.2. So they did try and submit, I think, 3%, and that was too high. So they ended up submitting 1.2%, and it got support from a lot of people, from everybody, basically. Um, so the thing about it is that 1.2% is 1.2%, but if they decide or vote to increase the percentage, they can increase that percent. It's not set in stone that it will be 1.2%. It could technically be two. It could be 2%, 3%, 5%, whatever they want to set it at, because it's open ended, as well as how long it burns. You know, it can burn to 10 billion, it can burn to 1 billion, it can burn to 100 million, depending on how many lost coins are out there. But right now, that's what we need to focus on, is what will it be 1.2% to just start? Are we going to have a proposal to increase that? Like, what's going to be the deal with that? Also, they have an ability to change where the pool goes. So the pool may go to the burn, but if we vote to have that pool changed to paying back the debt of USTC, well, now you can get USTC back to a repeg state eventually. Unless USTC is not stable at $1, Lunic is impossible to see even 1 cent. So that's not even true. But so if you currently value Lunic at a $1 billion market cap, all you need to do is see $100 million, and then you can get to a 1 billion market cap, and that's 1 cent. And that's just with decreasing the supply without creating utility. I would say you're right about if USTC is not stable, then Lunic, it's kind of difficult for them to reach the dollar mark or $2 mark, because now you're not only just focused on burns, you're also looking at utility, and you want to make sure your utility is strong. So more zeros doesn't mean it's better. Go buy some utility coins. I mean, yeah, if that's the way you feel, you can definitely go ahead and buy some coins that you believe in. But you know that this live stream is about Lunic, right? You don't have to be here. If you don't like Lunic, you don't have to be here and talk about it. Because do you hold any Lunic? I don't know how to say your name. Is it Donnie? Or yes, let's just go with Donnie. Do you hold any? Andrew Tate to fight KSI. That would be great. I feel like KSI will lose. Great channel, awesome content. Thank you for your perspective on this token. Thank you for the breakdowns that you do. No problem. Members only. Yeah, let's go to members only. I do want to get that guy's answer if he holds any Lunic real quick. No? All right, well, never mind. Let's go to members only, guys. If you want to become a member, it's 99 cents to become a member. And, you know, I can answer a lot of chats a lot easier when it's just members only. Dinner gang, you really need to start your own following. so you can tell the truth about everything. Sorry, I missed it. What's the redelegation option under the validators? I don't know. I'm new to Terra Station, so I guess you can redelegate all of your position to another place. So I'm not 100% sure as to what that's all about. Like if I can go into here, um, I can click redelegate. Thank you, Alex, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. And yeah, I guess you can redelegate from this place to whatever the new place is. So I can redelegate to all nodes if I wanted to. It would take 21 days to redelegate if I wanted to. So there we go. Just figured that out on the fly. So that's good. Matt, you're missing a ton of super chats. I am? I didn't miss a ton of super chats. I got all the super chats. And did anyone vote on proposal 4342? What is proposal 40, 48, 40, 40 something 42? I don't know what that is. We got a lot of members here. We got 4 members that just became. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. All non-members, please join. I'm convinced a workmate to buy $100 of LUNC, as I'm such a believer. That's good. I mean, it's always great to understand, limits. I mean, some people will take it overboard and buy, $12,000 worth of LUNC. Lunatics giveaway. We're not doing a Lunatics giveaway today. Maybe in the future, I'm going to talk to them about trying to do something there. Staking percentage can reach 20% by the end of. Can it reach 20% by the end of next week? Or is that a little too optimistic? I think 20% is too high. Now, I do think that where we're staking it now at 7%, usually the staking percentage hovers between 5 and 10% of a normal position. So if we can stake over 10%, that's better than average. That'll be really good. Jay Appleseed, Matt, send a link to our Discord. Terra Rebels guys are pushing an idea that is the opposite of almost yours. As a finance guy, we need your opinion. Yeah. Okay, so we'll need to get that link. We're getting a lot of members here. Thank you all for becoming a member. I can't get through it. Odd Music. Alan Hill, thank you for becoming a member. Takakuza, thank you for becoming a member. At least 6 to 7. Yeah, I think right now we're at 7%, if that's what you're talking about. Welcome to the club, guys. Yes. How long does it take for Binance to implement the 1.2% burn after September 12th? They have announced it to their members first, right? I'm not sure how long it will take for them to implement it. I know they already updated, but I don't know how long it will take for them to fully implement everything. I would hope as soon as possible. I'm a member. Thank you for already being a member. Fabian, thank you for being a member. I like you, Matt. Well, thank you for saying that. I like you guys too. Decided to join. You have a good content. Thank you, Alan, for saying that. I appreciate the kind words. 4342 is unnecessary because there is no limit to how far LUNC can be burned, unless I'm reading it wrong. I don't even see where that proposal is. We'll have to. Can you send me the link to that proposal? Matt, in Terra Station in the governance tab right under voting, click show all. Terra Station governance tab, show all. Uh, 1.2% burn amount. So no matter what, they're not gonna. This is not something that even makes sense. Well, it does make sense, but right now, the 10 billion, there's no limit on the 10 billion. So you can vote to have that, reach 1 billion, but there's no limit. There's no minimum limit. So they can burn as much as they want. And that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that they can burn back down to where they were normally. But yeah, I don't see the point in this. If there's no hard stop on the current code that we have, then it doesn't make sense to even have this in here. You know? Matt, you missed 7 super chats. One at $50. No, I'm pretty sure I got all of them. Yeah, I got this one, X-Plane. I got that one at $50. I got Richards at $100. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure I got all of them. You may have just missed me commenting on them. But thank you to the 7 people that became a member in the last, few minutes. I appreciate it. I've encouraged friends and family to buy $100 to burn. Go ahead and buy Lunic. I got my dad to buy it and a few friends. That way they don't miss out completely. Yeah, I mean, the good thing is that people that aren't necessarily interested in crypto are probably the best people to make some of these moves, because they're going to hold that $100 for a very long time and not know what it's worth until you tell them. So it can go years to where they're holding that $100 worth, and then they go back and they're like, I have $2 million in this account. What is going on here? And that's only if you don't tell them, which most likely you're going to be like, hey, did you sell your position? Are you making profit from it or whatever? And then they'll end up making that move because they see that it's worth $100,000. But if it's one of those people that you don't contact very often, or you don't talk to very often, they can turn that into millions of dollars without even thinking about it or knowing about it. It can be like a Bitcoin situation where you mine this Bitcoin, you go back and it's worth $60,000 per coin. I'm not saying it's going to be worth $60,000. I'm just saying it'll be a Bitcoin situation. Matt, we don't have to wait on exchanges to implement the burn as well. Don't we have to wait for exchange? Yes, we have to wait for exchanges to decide to do that. You're going to see them implement the burn one by one by one, maybe all launch at the same time. We don't know. So I know this is a Lunic, but I was wondering, what are your thoughts on Shiba Inu's dev team burning mechanism? It is about your tweet this morning. What is my thoughts on their burning mechanism? What burning mechanism? Do they have a new burning mechanism that I haven't heard of? SHIB? Shiba 770 tweets in the last hour. What is their burning mechanism? Will Bone be the next one? Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know if they don't have a burning mechanism. My last tweet was basically talking about how they keep lying about burns, and now you're seeing Bone that's going to be listed on LBank. Here, that's interesting. So you may see Bone run a little bit more. I'm wondering when they're going to add all that supply. It's going to be interesting when they do. But yeah, I don't see any burning mechanism that they have planned. The only thing I know about is Shibarium, which we don't even know what that burn percentage will be. I need to show tick show. What does that mean? So I know this. I read that 400 million something, 400 million Lunic burned by Lunatic's token, a total of 2 billion. Yeah, they're going to be burning that tomorrow, I believe. I'm holding and staking and sleeping. Yeah, you're gaining more. Not feeling well this morning from the heat. Today, 110. Yesterday was super hot, and then all of a sudden, I was supposed to golf yesterday, and it rained, and rained pretty hard too. And it always happens exactly when I'm about to golf, and I didn't get a chance to golf, which I'm not going to be able to golf. This week. Maybe I'll do something today. I'm not sure. I might go out and play some golf today. But I want to upload a golf video, maybe like a shorts video or something. So Matt, did Terra Rebels, wait, terrible was when they got hacked and they caught the person in the Discord group. Who did it? What came of it? That's something that I don't know. I heard that they got hacked, but I guess things were settled and fixed pretty quick. I'm not entirely sure. Maybe they need to get some information out to let people know what did happen, because I haven't seen anything that came out. Thank you for clarifying, and now you know how to see all proposals that they put up. So I did know how to see all. I just didn't know that only certain ones show up for you. So like when I go to governance, I didn't know that you show all. I thought show all just meant like show the deposited, the passed, the rejected. But if things are being voted on, it should show all of them being voted on. I didn't know that you have all that. Why does it not show every single one? BW, thank you for becoming a member. I don't know SHIB. Thank you for becoming a member. Great name, by the way. I really like it. The YouTube is lagging. He answered those super chats. I have to see why it stopped. Cool. Good to know. Cool. Yesterday. I think cool. Dirty. Doge has 132 billion circulating supply at an 8 billion market cap, and it is worth 9 cents. So if we burn to 10 billion and increase our market cap by 8, that's 50 cents easily. Yeah, I mean, if we burn down to 10 billion, we can easily get to 50 cents if we find a way to get up to a $5 billion market cap. I mean, it's simple. Well, I guess a little bit more than that. That's what, not a $6 billion market cap. $6 billion market cap would be something at 10 billion. So yeah, I think we could definitely see this get to some of these levels, and I'm hyped to see what happens. But either way, I know we're going to be positive from here on out. So now, the time before, like yesterday, the day before that, are all the times to make these moves. We don't know when this will take off, but when it does, we don't want to miss the boat, right? Matt, people are really getting fed up with the dev performance regarding SHIB. I understand. I am as well. And I don't want to be. I want to make sure that we see SHIB at the levels that we want to see SHIB at. But since they have so much control, it's making people feel like they have to give up on SHIB. And I feel like it has a huge future with the amount of potential, the amount of popularity, the volume that we see go through it is just insane. But they're trying to push their own things and they control the narrative, so it sucks. What was the market cap when it was $119? It was 40 billion. We were looking at a $300 million, or 300 million or 400 million or something like that circulating supply, and it was $40. And we saw it at a $40 billion, we saw it at a $40 billion market cap at 120. $120. So I hope we can get back there. But even if we get back to $40 or $50, that's still a great point. When is the staking of lunatics starting? Are you asking JW? Or you put your initials there or something. I'm not 100% sure. I think Coinin has something. So let's go to Coinin. I think Coinin has something for it. Lunic burn plan, blah blah blah. That's how much has been burned. That's great to see. Lunatic's token is available to stake on Coinin, earn up to 50% APY. Over 500 million Lunati staking already. So you can stake right now on Coinin. But I don't know as to how they're going to be, if they're going to be stakeable on LBank and what the process is there. But right now you're seeing 50% APY on Coin-In for Luna T, which is really, really good. Now I'm not sure what happens with gaining LUNC throughout that in exchanges, but we'll have to see. So let me go to Lunatics token and let me see if they have something here on like LBank. Sneak peek of our staking dashboard. Probably nothing. Stake and get rewards in LUNC and LunaT. LUNC and LunaT if you stake it. Also, by using Coin-In or LBank exchange or Everswap. So here we go. This is a sneak peek of their dashboard. But right now you can stake with Coin-In, I guess, or LBank. I haven't seen the things with LBank, but you can stake there. So that's good. Let me retweet this. The hell's that? Want to share this with a smaller crowd? Twitter Circle lets you send tweets to only the people you choose. Why would I want to do that? I don't want to do that. Maybe later. Let's just do Lunatics. Let's see if we get Lunatics token. Lunatics Thursday. Sure, let's just do that. Perfect. All right, so we got 955 people here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I greatly appreciate all of you guys being here. We're going to be going for 20 more minutes, and then we'll get through all this stuff. Lunatics officially tweeted about staking. I did just see that. Do you think Lunatics will hit 90 cents? I think it has a possibility. We just need to see more volume. Once we see more volume and people seeing how much they actually are burning, because again, they burn more than everybody, 4 times the amount the second top burner on the list burned 553 or 533 million versus the 2 billion that is going to be burned by Lunatics token total. They have 1.6 billion and they're going to be burning another 400 million. And depending on how much volume we end up seeing, we see more and more burns that go through. So I'm excited for this burn. I'm excited for the potential of Lunatics token, and I'm excited for what it does for LUNC as a whole. Are you familiar with exchange Bitvavo? It's an exchange that is big in the Netherlands and Europe, but I don't know how to stake. I bought Luna. I got on the exchange. I'm very happy that you have it. So yeah, I don't know how to stake from there. I would imagine just send it to TerraStation. Once you open a TerraStation wallet, then you can stake it there. Can you go to TerraStation and vote on proposal 4342? You want me to vote on proposal 4342 for what reason? I mean, there's no purpose of this. I guess it would be the same thing of just having it there no matter what. Sure. As long as it does go through. But yeah. Oh, for sure. I work crazy hard. Going to quit your job, Trev? Oh yeah. The more you have, the less increase you need to get paid. I'm ready to quit today, Richard. Yeah, I mean, once you can figure out, especially like DJ Trev, when you start, realizing how what you can make from YouTube, and, just, getting the videos out there, and how they have traction, how they automatically like give, I'm just trying to think of what words I'm trying to say. Jesus, I'm lost for words right now. I don't know why. Maybe I woke up too early. Maybe that was it. All the videos, all the revenue, all the ads that you would place, maybe sponsorships, the opportunities that it opens, the doors that it opens. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. It's definitely too early for me that I woke up way too early. We have 1,333 likes in here. What I'm trying to say is that hopefully you can make a living on YouTube as well as investing, and that would be great if you had more time, for yourself, for your family, all of that stuff. Honestly, Richard, I'll probably pick up some new trucks and equipment and have other people actually do the work. That's smart. However you can get through it to where you have more time for yourself, that works. Do you uh, do you do live chats for Profit members only? Not at the moment. Are you a Profit member? I feel like I only have like two Profit members. Eventually, yeah, we can do some of those live streams to just talk to some of the Profit members, but we have to have more. We have like two members there, and then we'll do a lot more live streams there. And we'll also include that on Patreon at certain levels, only at the I think expert profit hands level, maybe at the profit just the profit hands level. We'll see. And probably just the profit hands level. We'll probably do that. Um, went to bed at like 4 a.m. I'm definitely gonna quit my retail job if Luna gets to $1. Yes, I'm a Profit member now. Yeah, we'll definitely do a lot more. I know with the Profit members, we upload all of the videos that we have, that we post on Patreon. This is where the videos come from that go on Patreon. Instead of coming from, was it Vimeo or something like that? It comes from YouTube as a private video. Thank you for becoming a member, Nematode, the first. Thank you for becoming a member. So why Smart Stake for your validator? Well, one, I think when I went through Smart Stake, let me actually go back here. Uh, when I went through Smart Stake, or I went through all of the staking percentages and all the voting power, I obviously didn't want to invest in something that had high voting power, whether it was 20% or 16% or 15% or anything like that. I don't want five validators to really control everything. Now, it's okay to see, top validators, and that's great. But I wanted to stake with something that has a little bit of influence, something that's around 1 to 2%, maybe at max 5%. But I also wanted to see, I believe the max commission they can have is 10% versus the max commission that you have everywhere else. It's like 20%. And you have a daily change of 1% there. So we'll see how that all plays out. But I think it's more of just on the total voting power that they did have and kind of splitting it. I would love to see majority of the voting power, besides like maybe one or two, be at like 5%. So Lunic DAO at 5%, Interstellar at 5%, maybe Orion Money and all nodes at 10%. But I want to see them at lower points so that more like other validators have more influence as well. Let's see. Thank you so much for answering my question. No problem. Yeah, that's what I'm here for. Uh, I put 3 employees onto Lunic and started their accounts with $100 each. They are now addicted. Yeah, yes, they definitely would get addicted. It's like gambling, but educated gambling, right? To where you can figure out what the outcome is if you do enough research. And it depends on how much you make, depending on how much you make depends on how much research you do, right? And if you stick to your strategy and remain disciplined. Hey Matt, have you figured out the best way to sell LUNC? Crypto.com seems to take about 14 to 15%. Is it better to send to MetaMask and swap for something else and send it back to sell, or not selling yet? So I haven't seen that 14 to 15% that you're talking about. But if you were looking to do it, I'd probably maybe take wherever your Terra station is. So for me, my LUNC, I'm selling it through MetaMask and through PancakeSwap, most of it. Now, when it comes to the amount that I have left, so the 8 million that I have left, I will find a better way for it, because I have 8 million that's in Terra station that I have to send to a different place. So if I send it over to a crypto.com and it does take that 14 to 15%, that would be horrendous. I wouldn't want that, because they're already taking enough of my money for taxes. So why would I want that? So I would probably find a way to send it somewhere else. I'm trying to think of where that would be, because Terra Station would have to go to a Terra, a platform that supports the Terra chain. So I would probably go to maybe crypto.com and go through the DeFi wallet. If you're talking about complete withdrawals, I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to navigate through that. But right now, I feel like PancakeSwap is the best option for me. It seems to never have issues if you have too much volume that's going through. You don't have exchange that completely delist it. It's always on PancakeSwap, and it will always be on there. And the only problem you will ever have is probably with MetaMask over having with PancakeSwap itself. Do you have to stake the LUNC to see the benefits? Do you have to stake the LUNC to see the benefits? I mean, you would have to stake it to see the rewards that you would get. But you don't have to stake it to see, like, you don't have to stake all of it to see like rewards or profit out of it. Because the LUNC that I have over here, 35 million, I'm not staking that. And I'm basically taking that 35 million and I'm going to sell it at different points. So which validator gives you the most rewards? Not sure about that, because the rewards vary. And I know All Nodes is taking some of their is taking their like profits or revenue and putting that towards burns, or putting 5% towards burns. So I'm not sure. We'll have to look into that. I'm sure there's videos out there that will explain, what are the best ones to stake with in their opinion. But it's all opinion based anyways. I feel like the rewards that I'm getting from Smart Stake is pretty good. I can't complain on it. It's not as great as getting rewards from Luna T, but it's fine. It'll work. Thank you, Fire King. Been a viewer for a while. All right. I think I'm out of here. It's 9:30. So guys, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. This was definitely a good stream, even though we had to take like 30 minutes and go and drop Harper off at the bus. It still was a good stream. I appreciate all you guys for being here. I appreciate all of the super chats. Richard, once again, thank you for your super chats. Dan, also thank you for your super chats as well. There were plenty of others, that I, for some reason, can't see all of them, but I do appreciate all of them. It means the world to me. And yeah, I think if you guys, hopefully we can see so many positive things within LUNC. Hopefully we can see massive runs in this position, but I kind of want to wait until the 1.2% burn is implemented before we see any large runs. So it's great to see any type of gains here, but I'm not set on just accepting these gains. I want so much more. So, and I'm sure you do as well. Guys, again, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this. So remember, if you guys want to sign up for my Patreon, feel free to sign up for my Patreon. Link is in the description. We have buy alerts, sell alerts. Whenever we're deciding to make a sell, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just letting you know what I'm looking at as a great buy what I'm going to purchase next, and all of that. So make sure you go and check out the Patreon, and join that. There are multiple levels of the Patreon, and we're taking that day by day, and putting different things in there. Also, if you guys want to follow my golf channel, feel free to subscribe to that. We try and upload 2 times a week, and it would just be great if you guys did support my other channels. But I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and